Well, hi guys. Been a while. Been busy. Went back to work. Been there for a couple weeks now. Just running 50, 60 hours a week. But I got a new project, and I think it's going to help me out with more content for the channel. Plus, it's going to be fun. So hang around, and I'll show you what it is. Yeah, what we have here. This is a Pelican. It's the Rebel 100 XR Angler fishing kayak. It's a Pelican premium model. It's a 10-footer. And we're going to go over, do a little review of it and what I have done so far in setting this up for fishing. Well, let's start here at the front. What we got is the drain plug, which is nice. They put it right in the nose so that you can drain, tip it up on end, lean it against the house or whatever and let it drain, because you will get water inside, but that's a nice little setup. Handle, they're cheap. But hey, it helps out. We'll get more to this why I have that there. But got the name plate and then a access hatch, which I already had unlocked. But it does have a seal right along here. So, but you're still going to get water in there. This is the only access to inside the hull. We're going to do more later on. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. But the boat, it does come with a fishing rod holder, which you can adjust in any angle you want. I think you should be able to, but I don't know what's going on there. We'll look into that. I don't like the way it just points forward. I'd rather have it be able to pivot it. I only got this about 3 or 4 days ago, and I've been working, so I haven't had a chance to play with it. But it does have hooks both sides, footrests, which are non-adjustable, but these are riveted on, and you can change them over to adjustable, which I am thinking about doing. Scotty mounts for mounting like a fish finder or cell phone holder or a cup holder. There's different ways to make, you can buy these mounts, but you can make your own. That'd be a different video. Do have a cup holder, bottle holder, which is just, you just lay it in there. It's probably going to roll out anyway. This boat is just like the Pelican Sentinel. It's just a little different, but the Sentinel had another hatch here. That's what this is for. But they didn't do it on this model. It's just a little cheaper model. The seat, it's removable. Unclip it here. We'll do a little bit more on what I did here. Side handles. This kayak weighs maybe a total of 45, 48 pounds, if that. Very light. We'll get more to do what I did for the paddle holders. Got another tie downs. You can do whatever you want. The fishing rod holders. There's another place here for if you want to put a hatch. There's another one underneath my crate, which I need to clean off. Dirtier than hell. I just threw it in there. But it does come with the bungee cords that you can tie down your gear. Even got more room back in here. It got a, I don't know what this plug is for. It's not removable. And another handle in the back. It does have mounting so you can mount a rudder, as you can see. So I'm kind of going to look into that and just see whenever I get out and try it and see how well it tracks. I may need to put a stabilizer rudder or something on it, but we'll get to that later. Okay, now I'm going to show you some of the little mods that I've done so far. The paddle I bought separately. It's just about a $50 paddle, nothing spectacular, 2-piece. What I did is, this does not come with a paddle holder like the Sentinel does. Put that over there. But the Sentinel has a piece of the bungee cord, which is attached, and they have a hook. That's what that mark is there for right there. But I took the removable wall hangers that you can get at Walmart and just attach them so I can move them anywhere I want. No drilling is needed. I may look into something, I may have to drill into the boat at some time or another, but I am going to try and avoid that as much as possible. But the paddle is just a standard Carlisle day tripper paddle. I'm not sure how long it is, but might just do a little talking about that later on. Put this off to the side, get it out of my way. But as for the seat, I did some reviews, and guys are saying that, I'll show you, pull that out of there, I put that in there. There's a buckle strap in the bottom, that these seats have adjustment straps for how far you sink down in. I'm going to tighten these up, but they say over time through the day these loosen. They're not the greatest, they don't stay, but over time they loosen up, and then you're sitting on the bottom of the boat and your butt can get wet. Well, I'm going to tighten these up. All they do is just pull it tight. And but what I did for comfort is that strap there just wraps around it, and it has a little snap down here like so. And this is a gel pad. You need to clean it up, but it's had it around for a while. The wife was using it for in the car, but it's called a ergo drive. It has the little deal that you put behind through your seat back to hold it in place. But I just stuffed it down underneath here, and then can't do this one-handed, but just bring it up and over and clip it. So whenever this does start loosening up, you're only going so far, and be a lot more comfortable. But the backs do fold down. I wouldn't recommend leaving it like this for if it's on top of your car traveling, but sorry about that. These are adjustable so that you can adjust your seat height. And what I also got, I'm gonna go get that and show you. I got a hunting pack with a pad that I will use for a backrest. Alright, this is a MPI outdoors type of hunting belt with a seat pad. Has pouches that you can put stuff in. but then it will go around your waist and clip, and the pad unclips. What I was thinking of doing, I tried it on there earlier, but I don't know, but strapping that around the seat, and that will give me some back support, some back padding, because they say these ain't the greatest, but I don't know. I haven't tried it out yet. But that's just an idea. We'll throw this off to the side. But got my crate in there. I'm going to take some tray padding for tool tray, which I have over here sitting. I'm going to make a pad that goes inside the storage area. This is just bungee down. The bungee comes completely off to that point, but just a standard milk crate. I think this was for a 5-gallon bucket and a bug in there. And you got 6 scupper, or I think it's 6 scupper holes, yes. 2 here, 2 under the seat, and 2 toward the front. I'm going to make some scupper plugs. What these are for, so whenever, if you do get water that comes into the boat, it has a place to drain out. It just goes right straight through. Sometimes if you get into waves, ripples, water will surge up through. So I'm going to make my own scupper plugs, and then I can just clip it on the seat or something, and then whenever I need them I can just plug the holes with them. That would be another video. But I'm just going to leave this off the side. But what I am wanting to do right now is, you see, I'm going to pull the seat and the fishing rod holder, and we'll flip this thing over. I better remove that so it don't get broke. But what I am going to do is, I'll be back. I'm going to flip this over and then we'll go from there. Now we got her turned over. What I am wanting to show you is the keel. What this does is, it has like a tri-keel section. This makes it to where it is a very stable kayak. Let's get more closer here, and as you can see, the bottom is got a flat section right in here, and then you got 2 kind of like mini keels, but you got the rear keel and front keel. What I am wanting to do, because I have seen in many videos, whenever you're out, if you wind up finding shallow water or something under the water, or needing to go over things in the creek, or even moving it from shore to your car without a buggy, you know, to put it on with wheels, a cart, that these get scuffed up very badly. And the more wear and tear you wear through these, so I'm going to make keel protectors. What I've done here is, since the inner tubes are already pre-curved, I went and kind of eyeballed where it's going to sit. See, it's almost the exact same shape. Where I want to put this, because most of the time if you do hit something, it's going to be within this area. So I'm just going to use this, and I did the same for the back. Now we'll go over to the table and we'll cut down the center and resize it. And as you see, I want to take it down just about to where it stops right in there. What I am attempting to do, I want to round these off and just to get the shape. Okay, all I did is I pinched it back over to where they're even, and I'm just going to round these corners. Do the same down here. I do want to trim it shy, but we're going to be putting tape over this too, so just to get it where it's molded correctly, I may trim it off up in here. They say this is a Gorilla Tape. That's what you want to get. Make sure you get the Gorilla Tape. They say this is the best because, I mean, this stuff is tough. There goes the scissors. I'm just going to put one layer underneath first. Probably doesn't need to be that wide also. I may, yes, I think I might just do that. I'm going to trim it down on both sides before I do anything else. The inner tube has ribs in it, and I'm going to go down 2 ribs on each side and just follow that line. Yes, I think that will be good. I'm going to do another run. Try to keep it centered. Further than I did last time, just to seal that front section in. Maybe I should do it this way, I don't know. You're learning right along with me. Never done it. Might just have to put a relief cut, because we're going to go back over this again. Super worried about the way it's gonna look, and the more tape you put on, the more protection you'll have. because I don't have a kayak dolly just yet. I'm thinking of making one. Go on YouTube and look up kayak dollies. But I kind of got the gist of how that's made. And then once I get this side done, I'm going to take another strip, finalize. That'd be the final strip up and over. It'll probably end up in here somewhere to where this edge won't be getting caught and tearing the whole thing off. But I could probably take a heat gun too and get that really molded in nice and tight. I mean, it's alrighty. Well, that's one. Thing about it, I do have some white Gorilla Tape, but it is in my car, and my car is not here. It is in the garage getting repaired. Yeah, if you like what you're watching, go ahead and consider giving me a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Let's get back to it. This time, I don't want to leave a leading edge. I'm going to start right down at the very seam up here and take it back. And it's best if you clean the a little breezy out here today too. Feels good though. I'm just trying to keep it in line with making the whole kayak. That's some tough stuff. I should run it back a little further. Yeah, up there. The other side. Piece just a touch too long. Getting a little breezy out. I think it might rain. Rained like the dickens yesterday. It was a freaking deluge. We had a good old gully washer. I think the next one I do, next time I have to do this, I'm going to do it in white, just so it kind of matches the bow. and it doesn't look like a freaking patch job. Okay. Yeah, I might just try the hair dryer or heat gun trick on it, just to get it to stick better, but there you go. Alright, well, we got her flipped back over. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing with these, why they are there. Okay, I've been a little busy off camera, but what I've done is that bungee cord, I put a key eyelid on it, and I made an anchor trolley. Did the same thing. I put one of those key ring deals on the front, and it's kind of going up over the front of the edge of the kayak, which I didn't want. I want to try and keep it down along in here. So I'm going to try and come up with some idea to bring it down underneath that ledge. The bungees are for a little bit of give for whenever you are floating and you're anchored out, but I'm going to try and come up with something to keep that down. But whoop, the way this works, I've seen hundreds of videos of it, is you take the line and put it through that loop, bring it around. I put it on a carabiner, small carabiner, so that I can remove it. But you take your anchor with another carabiner on the end of the line and a float, and about 30 feet of line, maybe 20 feet of line, depends on where you fish, but you clip it on here, and then you take your one line and you run it down to the other end of the boat, and then anchor, so that you can anchor off the back. And if you want to move it to the front, like I said, I got to do some adjustments here, but then it brings it up, you can take it up to the front. These are just things I had laying around the house. I had to dig for that ring. This was off a drink bottle, and then I had some paracord and some shrink wrap. I shrink wrapped this end. I left this end and tied up the tags and all that, the loose ends, just so I can adjust it if I need to. I'm thinking of trying those tabs that I used for the rudder mounts, these, see how well they hold up. Well, I grabbed a couple of them, put on here, just to hook the edge that has the ring, because I tried both in there and it won't move, it's just binding. And I put one back here. I do have one more, but if I put it, the thing I'm thinking is that the problem's going to be is once let me set you all down. Once I go to pull it back, it's going to come back and then stop right where that command hook is. And if I want to anchor, the anchor would be right here. If I want to anchor it further back, it's only about a foot. If I do the opposite, then I don't see now it won't move. So probably even if it pulls it off the boat, like I said, I would have to just use those rings from up here, these tie downs, and mount one like here and one in the back about the same spot. The quick release anchor will be hooked here, and then say I hook into a large fish and it decides it's going to run and it's running my line, I can always just unclip it real quick, and the line will have a buoy on it, and let it drag me across the lake or wherever I need, you know, how far until I tire it out, and then get it reeled in, and then I can just come back and get my anchor. And then plus, if I get something, if I'm on a lake, which I probably won't be, where there's a lot of boats and idiots out drinking, and if they don't see you, then I can just disconnect real quick and hopefully get out of the way. You know, still working at it, but that's one thing I did find out, that the rod holders are too deep. You can't run it anyway except for your reels being on the inside, and that's going to take up room. If I'm wanting to put something here, which I'm thinking of getting another couple pieces of PVC, make a couple rod holders just so that they go down in like this. I usually run two to three rods at one time, so I got different rigging. But I'm just thinking of getting another piece of PVC which will fit down in here, and just like, you know, those rod holders, and extend them, so then they'll be up here like this. It'll only be a few inches, but you know, maybe 6-8 inches, but it's going to be up and out of the way. And the front rod holder is not adjustable. I don't like that, because it just adjusts up and down like this. It does not turn. You can't set it in there any other way except that way. I'm going to look into a different type that where I can pivot this, and I want to make this. Oh, I went in that time. Oh, okay. So it's just little quarter turns. Well, I come up with a mount for my camera, and I'm hoping it's in frame, I'm not sure. But this is a monopod I got from Walmart. I had to cut the little lanyard ring off the bottom, and it fits perfectly inside one of those rod holders. It is adjustable, where you can adjust it for different heights. This part here, that silver, is from an old tripod that fell apart on me. So I just scavenged from it, and I had to take some Gorilla Tape and put around the bottom part of the monopod, which I took the foot off of it, which is right here. So I took that off, wrapped some Gorilla Tape around up and down. Now it does move a little bit, but nothing major. Like I said, this was part of the old tripod, and I used a GoPro mount, some decent shots over my shoulder, and I tried it up in the front rod holder, and fully extended, it won't hold it out. It just wants to relax, and I cranked that thing right down, and it's still, the weight just pulls it down. But if I have it run short up close, it works fine. So I can use it in either place. But the problem with it up there is this part fits in the back part. Let's go over here and I'll show you. Readjust you. Get rid of this fishing rod. this will go down in just that far, but there's so much slop that it moves around in there, and then there's slop in this too. But I bet if I wrap something around down here, take up some of that room, and then figure out what I can do down here to tighten things up. But yeah, so using it right here, it would be fine. And then just adjust the camera angle, the waterproof case, like so. You got a straight on view, and like I said, I can extend these out, but I don't know if we can. Diesel pickup. I don't know. I don't have the camera. I'm shooting on the camera that goes in here. That's my Sony Sport 4K action camera, but it goes in there. I try different ways just to extend it, but you're gonna be bouncing on the water anyways, so I'm gonna give that a try and see how well it works. I have decided that these rings I'm going to take off, and I'm going to try these first, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and go ahead and pull these off, those two off, and put them in the, screw them into the boat, so at least I know this anchor system will work. Well, I'm done for today. My boy just left, sat around, BS'd a little bit, drank a couple beers, got the kayak put away. I was going to put it on the porch, but the wife will get mad. So I'm going to set it right there for tonight, and then I am going to plan on breaking it in tomorrow morning. Now, if you like the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and not the finger. Go ahead and click that subscribe button right there. And leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. But it's been a while, so hopefully we can get back at putting more videos up. But we will catch you later on. Bye.